Hello everybody and welcome to this Viking Forefathers Let's Play. I am going to be one of your hosts, Dogbert, and here is my special guest, the one and only Lionheart.
Hello!
So he will be doing the Let's Play today. I will be here to just give him some tips every so often, because you know, I've got some experience.
Yeah.
But I haven't quite got the horned helmet, so I think you're going to have the edge on me.
This fine beard.
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, very radiant.
Majestic.
So we're going to go through the Viking Forefathers DLC. So if you pre-ordered Attila, you will get this lovely DLC pack and the free Nordic factions of the Jutes, the Danes, and the Geats. And yes, I had to say those names 100 times in my head to get them correctly. So without further ado, I'm going to let Lionheart go over a few of these factions.
Yeah.
And,
so let's have a look at the Jutes. So start off with their religion, Germanic paganism. They've got the cultural trait which all the Viking factions or the Norsemen share, Viking raiders, which gives them a plus 75% from sacking, looting and raiding. So really an emphasis already on just pillaging as you go. It's not, I mean, you've got the horde factions in the game which are kind of raise and move on. These guys are just destroy as you go, loot, pillage. True Viking fashion.
very true. And the starting locations are Jutes up there in Denmark, or what is Denmark now. And then you've got Copenhagen for the Danes, very apt. And then the Geats here, starting up in Sweden, southern Sweden. So yeah, so the Viking trait, definitely, they've all got that.
And they all have their own faction-specific trait. So for the Jutes, it's despoilers. So extra income for every unit destroyed, and income plus 200% from raising settlements. So that's on top of the 75 that they've already got. So that's a huge amount of bonus income you're going to get. So really, unless you don't think that you can stick around for a couple of turns to lock down that public order afterwards, you know, you're going to want to raise every turn. Surely you get a chance. If you need some extra war funds to keep on pillaging and keep up the fight, you're just going to want to keep raising as you go.
Yeah,
Plus,
it's non-stop.
Plus every time you kill a unit, or destroy a unit rather, extra income.
Yeah.
It is payday all the time for these guys.
Yes, yeah, so as long as you're on the offensive on a regular basis, you're going to be constantly making a lot of money. So definitely embody that kind of Viking spirit will become very evident later on.
You're not going to want to necessarily be sitting back for too long, because it seems like all the good stuff in life for the Jutes is just a raise away.
Yeah, and well, this lovely shield here. Obviously, one of their special units as well is going to be the housecarls, and the royal housecarls as well. They are
big, two-handed.
Yeah, they are dangerous.
Wish we had one.
Yeah, I don't think health and safety would allow me. Or, well, maybe you got the helmet.
Got the helmet, surely.
Yeah,
It's like, excuse me, I'll have your finest two-handed axe.
Well, this guy right here, he has a two-handed axe, and he's
just one-handing it.
Just one hand and a shield, which is a lovely shield. So that's the Jutes. My personal favourite faction out of the three. We'll move on to the Danes.
The Danes, potentially one of the most recognisable of the Nordic factions, or the Norsemen. So again, Germanic paganism as their religion. Cultural trait, Viking raiders, and faction trait is Seaborn. Now, this is a mechanic I didn't actually know about.
Yes.
You explained this to me earlier, which is transport ships in Attila, so that obviously you can't just go with your transport into naval ships, and they're not going to be equal because it's a transport. They're not men that have been trained to fight and live on the sea. So, by default, armies that go into the sea will suffer from seasickness, and again in high sea attrition areas, they're going to take attrition. They're going to lose men if they go into far out parts of the sea, unless they hug the coastline. However, the Danes, they don't suffer seasickness. They're immune to seasickness, and they're immune to high seas attrition. So you can send these guys anywhere for quick raiding. Again, with that Viking raiders cultural trait, they can just go, they can raid. They don't have to go hug the coastline, which will take longer. They can just go straight across the sea. With their starting position, maybe that will be the sort of the north sort of Germanic coast, or you could go over to England, start raiding, sail on back. You're happy. You go for a little holiday.
Yeah, I
Sounds
mean, the immune to seasickness is so useful, but they've grown up with sailing on a regular basis, so for them it's not difficult, and they definitely have an advantage there. Yeah, with the high sea attrition means that they can just go into uncharted waters where other people would fear to tread.
Seasickness for other factions. What sort of effect does that have on the units in a transport then, if they are suffering from seasickness?
It's just less effective. Lower morale, lower combat damage. Just across the board, they are just not as effective. Yeah. So for the Danes, their transport ships are very powerful, and their navy ships are literally almost untouchable. Yeah. And they have special units for that as well.
Exactly, they have the fearsome dragon warships.
Yeah, they've got some. I think they have 2 special naval units, and they are deadly. And more importantly, they're not only deadly at sea. The whole thing about the Danes is they can just go with their navy.
Once they disembark, these aren't just kind of normal Marines, which are normally pretty reasonable mid-tier units. These guys are going to be really strong. Some of them, those dragon ships, elite units. Mm-hmm. Even when they disembark, they're ready to fight and they're ready to pillage, raid, and conquer.
That's what they do best. On to the Geats.
The Geats
in southern Sweden.
Yeah, so Germanic paganism again, cultural trait of Viking raiders. Now they have a very interesting faction trait, cold blood.
Yes, and in a world where the winters are getting longer and the snow line is slowly moving down across Europe, this is an amazing trait to have. Probably one of the best. When I've been playing, I've kind of found that the ability to campaign all year round and not have to worry about the snow attrition and so on is brilliant. And more importantly, even when you're on the defensive, the armies come for you, and they can siege you. They can do whatever.
You can retreat back in safety, and you're immune to snow attrition. So you can. I'm just going to wander through the snow.
Yeah. And more importantly, then you can attack through. So if you've got a very decisive battle, and you know it's going to be close, and they always happen. Wait until winter and then launch that attack. That extra morale will help you decisively in most cases.
Traditional campaigning for armies would have been during the summer or the spring. So with these guys, you're not limited to stopping your campaign season when winter comes. In fact, if anything, you're probably looking forward to winter the most.
Yes, and more importantly, like with that bonuses, and like I said, that snow line is going all over Europe, so you can sit down and wait for the winters to get longer and colder, and then start going out and raiding. And that is an amazing faction trait, and easily I'd think one of the best in the game.
Probably, definitely. I mean, the Danes had a good start with having immunity to seasickness, but immunity to snow attrition. Seasickness, snow attrition. Snow attrition. Cold blood. I want some of that.
Also the starting location as well. Really far in the north.
Yes.
You literally have almost no one.
We'll see this in a bit when we actually have a look at the faction of the campaign map, but important to note, of all the Norseman factions, the Nordic factions, the Geats are the only ones to start off with a province capital, with a walled settlement.
Yes. So they have a much more of a...
So not only can they sit back and wait for winter really to deal the most damage and take the least amount of attrition, no attrition through snow, they can just sit there in their lovely big old province capital.
They can just wait for everything to get really cold before they warm their hands in the blood of the enemies. Which are many. So, we've had a look at the factions. So, which one do you think you're going to jump into and play first?
Well, I quite like the look of the Jutes there.
Not the Danes, not the Danes. He's striking a pose.
He is striking a pretty feisty pose there.
You're not going to go with Dag?
The mighty Dag. No, I quite like the Jutes there, with their Despoilers faction trait, extra income for every unit destroyed, and plus 200% income from raising settlements.
Yeah, I think that is...
true Norse raiders.
Yeah, I think you're going to be doing a lot of destroying in this campaign.
Oh, yes.
So, I guess we get straight into it then.
Get straight started.
So do you want to play normal or do you want to play Holland?
Let's bump it up.
Oh, there we go. For players familiar with Total War, I think that might be
pretty familiar. Yeah.
I mean, you can go all the way up to Legendary, but
only for the truly hardcore.
Yeah, I am not that hardcore. I've tried, but no, it's not for me. So so I guess we'll be jumping in with the Jutes. So guys, usually in our Let's Play we do maybe the first 10 turns just continuously and show you what's going on, but I thought for Lionheart here it's good to just show you like the pivotal moments within the campaign, Obviously, time is always limited in these cases, so it's best to try and pick the best moments for you to see. So you'll see some of the turning points, and also just, you know, little snapshots of what you'll come to expect when you're playing in Total War Attila and with the Viking Forefathers. And we're going to go with the Jutes, so let's see what the spoilers can do.
Into the Jutes. But don't worry, we're not going to give too much away. We'll probably get into the first 40, 50 turns here. So show you some of the highlights. My plan is as follows. Attack the angles, kill the angles. That is my plan.
That is your plan.
That's my plan. After that, I probably wouldn't mind going over to Britain to see what's left.
That would be fun.
And carving up some territory. But I think, yeah, my main objective is to try and get rid of the angles. They're my most immediate threat. If I have an opportunity to hit the Danes while I'm at it...
Why not?
Why not? I think the Geats, I'm going to leave them alone for now. You know...
You just don't want to fight them during the winter.
Yeah, they have cold blood. I'm non-aggressions and trade with them. First thing I'm going to do, though, because I want to push south and inland and the settlement isn't a port settlement, I'm actually going to get rid of my starting fleet to give myself a bit of a bonus to my income. I've already got 26 surplus food. So, also, I want to get a grasp of the governor situation here. So I am going to get this fine chap here, Garulf, what a lovely name, to be the governor of my region. I'm also going to tell him to seek a wife, because he needs a lady friend. And I think I can probably set a couple of these guys as companions in the offices here, which is kind of like secure promotion was in Rome 2. So that will give them bonuses and recruitment costs for if they then become a governor in a settlement or if they become a general in an army. And these guys are extra candidates which I can use later on when available. It's going to go to the research and go straight through with military to regional defence force. That lets me get a hunter's camp and lowers recruitment costs slightly. Then I can issue a provincial edict, and I'm going to go for construction costs, which is minus 10% on those, and plus 10 growth. And then I'm actually not going to build anything this turn because next turn I'll be able to save money with those construction costs from my edict that I've just deployed. And again, edicts in Attila aren't like edicts in Rome 2. They just need a governor in place, and then you set the edict for kind of the single settlement or all the settlements in the provinces, where you don't need to control all three as you did in Rome 2, which is quite nice. I like that. You can also toggle garrison details here as well, and if you want to gather information or see any gathered information about other settlements from other factions, we can see this one for the Geats. We can see the intelligence that's being provided for it, so that's quite useful if you're planning an attack. You can also see sanitation over here and squalor. Currently don't have any problems there. For battle. Yes, they are thirsty for battle, I'm sure. We are going to build this army up because I want to move on the angles pretty soon. So I'm going to go for more spears.
Fight for us, lads!
And I don't think we need. We've got archers. Let's throw in.
Fight with us! It's a good life!
One more hurler unit. See if they've got any good mercenaries available. I won't hire them yet, but I'll probably look to get that onager. Maybe some more cavalry. Though I've already got 2 units, so that should be reasonably sufficient. What bits do I need to do this turn? Economy's good, food is good, which is surprising for me. I often have food problems. And right, they're building up.
Ready for
there,
orders.
all happy. Don't think there's anything else I need to do this turn.
No, not really.
So let's jump through and end turn. United we stand, Western Roman Empire.
Oh, the Geats.
Yes, the Geats have, during the end turn, they demanded 400 gold from us. But in return they were willing to go to war with the Western Roman Empire. So united we stand, 2 of the Norseman factions now at war with the Western Roman Empire. Completed our research there, which means I can upgrade to the smithy and get Nordic brigands.
Ready for orders.
Now I'm going to start moving south with these guys and probably build up a secondary force because my economy can support it and so can my food at the moment. So let's get these guys ready for the border.
Get moving.
We're not going to move in yet. We're going to get the second one ready because we can see the angles here. They have an army, the lone fighters, 8 out of 20 stack there. And if we have a look at the garrison details, which is a nice feature in Attila, you can easily see which units are readily available. And they're set between distinctive army groups, defences of the settlement, and naval support for the garrison. So we can see they've only got 3 units for their garrison. We can also look at gathered information, which is the intelligence that we've gathered from this settlement. This can be improved by establishing an intelligence network, which will probably do with spies and what have you, but obviously moving closer with armies will reveal that kind of like fog of war setting there. So we can see the wealth, we can see immigration, we can see the security against agent actions, and the settlements have kind of their own base defences against agents, which will probably help potentially improve the way you use agents, and the AI won't be able to just throw agent upon agent against you, and they'll have to be more careful about how they use them. You could also see the amount of food supply that settlement is generating, the religion and percent that is present of Germanic paganism, and we can also see their public order and how much it's growing per turn, as well as any bonuses the settlement has, which is currently a motivated populace with growth +3, tax rate +4, and we can also see the bonus from the season autumn, +14 more food from the autumn harvest. Very good indeed. So we're going to get ready to go and strike these guys down here. In fact, we might be able to take it with 1 army. They've only got 3 extra units there.
That's what I'm trying to work out. I don't think that is their only army. Because you see, that one's recruiting quite heavily right now.
Yeah, they
so
must
I kind of have
have
a feeling there might be a second
more
army
forces.
somewhere.
Unfortunately,
that's not even a king. So where's the king? On the feature you see on your army here, as I've got a microphone in my mouth, so to point things out, your High King is leading your army.
Little crown.
Yeah, but I don't see it there, so
that's just a normal general. So let's see on the diplomacy if they're at war with anybody else. They're at war with the Burgundians.
So we further south, near where Saxony is. So that's interesting. It'll be around here.
Over here, yeah.
As you can see, they've actually captured another territory, so they actually must control.
Well, they've gone over there, yeah.
So there you go. Maybe this is the time to strike.
This looks like the time to strike.
So, I don't think you noticed here, but it is winter now. And
it is winter.
You're not the Geats, so
I'm not the Geats, and I'm actually
winter.
kind of thinking I wish I was the Geats right now with their cold blood trait, which prevents them from getting any attrition. So
well, the way around this is you can encamp and
I can fortify
stance, and that will stop.
So yes, so again, an improvement on the system stance that was introduced in Rome 2. Now, with these stances in Attila, we have immunity to desert attrition, snow attrition, and swamp attrition when we are fortified, which makes sense. You know, if you're in a hostile environment, you'd want to try and shelter from the cold. We also get deployables, replenishment rate is increased, reinforcement range is increased, integrity, which is another new system, sort of like morale for the army.
Yes.
So you want to keep your morale, your integrity high as possible, and it acts like public order, where you have various states of change, contributing factors to that, as you can see, politics, king zone, resting, fortified. So the fact that we've got a king in this army is actually helping the army feel better, you know, higher morale, and the higher the integrity, the kind of higher the buffs or bonuses. If it's high, or the lower the morale bonuses if it's low for the army when it goes into battle. So it's quite important, because you could have the most elite army your faction can wield, but if it's got low integrity, it's either going to perform very badly, or is that something that could potentially lead to rebel or men desert and leave your army? And
they can desert, they can go against you. You're basically dealing with the army isn't just the 1 or 2 units. It's a whole tool.
Entity. Yeah.
It's a whole weapon, and that can be a brutal tool or it can be a sharp tool. And if it's suffered a load of defeats, then it is not going to be a very effective weapon. But also other things that play into that is obviously political events and family tree, but also the regions you take them to. So if you take the Norsemen all the way to Egypt, then they're not going to be as happy as they were up in the north. No, so
not going to necessarily want to.
They don't like the foreign lands too much. So
they're for a short holiday, but not for resettlement. Okay, so have a look at our spy. He'll be moving about next turn. Happy old Alf. Building up that army next time as well. Adding more to it. We're getting our smithy going too. Public order is once again back on up. Lots of food surplus. It's all good. I'm going to move this army now. Because, hey, the Angles have left. They must be having a great campaign.
So you're actually going to declare war on them before finding out where their armies actually are?
Yeah, I'm going straight on in. So let's do this. Let's do this properly.
You have the ear of my people. Do not waste words.
So here we go. Declared
None
war.
will escape. Laying siege to their
First war
hovels.
with the Jutes.
Look at this. Oh well. Kind of wanted to fight this one, but without any armies there, it seems a little pointless. So for this one, actually I like some of the tweaks that have been made to the auto resolve here. We've got the forces predicted strength, and then the
Margin of error.
yes, we've got the margin of error, sort of red area here. It's been highlighted. Is the margin of error of the results, how accurate they are, and that increases or decreases depending on your general's rank level, or his general's star level over here, compared to the general that's defending. So we don't have that large a margin of error. The general is just one that's been created because there's not actually a general there, so it's just the captain of the guard, or
also no governor as well.
no governor either.
The governor usually would take the place of kind of like a general unit, and he would still have that. And you can also check the terrain there, so you can scout the battle beforehand.
You can preview the map here, which is quite cool.
There you go.
Sits on top of a hill, but unfortunately, saying it's not quite the epic battle we wanted, really, was it? So
epic
we'll go
enough for a saga. So I think
we'll go for an auto resolve here. So we have 2,920 versus 480. So you have the three different stances: aggressive, balanced, and protective. Aggressive suggested to be used usually when the enemy has missile superiority, because we're going to rush in quickly, but expect higher casualties. Balanced has no bonuses or penalties, and protective, units will assume a defensive position, usually more effective when we have missile superiority, expect lower casualties on both sides. Well, we do have missile superiority in this case, because we've got Onega 3 units of Nordic bows, and we can only not see one of their units. So if that is a missile unit, we've still got superiority. So let's go protective. Kick him in the groin. Oh, axe to the neck.
This is my favourite animation. Anything involving kick to the groin.
Well, it was actually a... was it a missile troop? The brigands? Sort of like skirmishers.
Yeah, that'll be skirmishes.
Yeah.
You can tell by the icon at the bottom there. So spear units are always the double spear. Swords, and javelins always the
There we go.
along the sides there.
So we lost 138, but the enemy lost all of its forces. We captured 81 of the enemy. Right, so we're back. A couple of turns on, we've moved our spy, Alf the Brave, and he's finally discovered the Angles King. He's way over here, away from their other settlement, which, if you look at diplomacy, yeah, they're at war with the Burgundians. So that's where he's gone off to. He's gone to try and threaten the Burgundians' lands.
They're down to one settlement now, so that will be the end of them if I get captured.
So yeah, if we take out this settlement here, we can get rid of them. And we're in range, even with that Onega in our force. So let's go for it.
We take the settlement for the tribe. Laying siege to their hovels.
Okay, so we're deploying with just shy of 3,000 men, and the enemy has just shy of 2,000 with their garrison reinforcements, or rather, just their garrison actually, not reinforcements, part of the same bar. So we've got a ship there, Nordic Light Marauders, a couple of units there, and these guys now. I was worried about their cavalry, but then I remembered I've also got some cavalry hired as. Oh no, they actually started off in my army. I've just actually hired some of those guys in another army. That's why I'm getting confused. I've got that Onega, which is a mercenary unit, which is going to be fun. And now I finally get to explain why I hired it. Once we get onto the battle map, I'll show you guys. So
You can scout it out as well.
yeah, the auto resolve doesn't look that great. It looks like we'll probably just about win if that margin of error is to the maximum of it. We can see the terrain as well for this settlement. It's not a province capital, but it will have some fortifications in there, wooden palisades and what have you, which we'll see once we get into the map. So that looks pretty good. Probably be attacking from sort of here, this sort of area. So that looks good. We also got all these bonuses we can see for my army from my general and his wife. And the same for the general over in this settlement. You can see the integrity of the armies and what have you, but our army's integrity was at about 80%, I think.
Yeah.
So we're not at a disadvantage there. So we're going to fight this battle on the battle map.
To the battlefield!
I do want to know. But it's quite an expansive city. Even though it's not a province capital, you can see they're actually, for the most part, from what I've found, playing Attila so far, cities even villages seem larger than they were in Rome 2. So it seems like there's been an improvement there with more kind of diverse settlements, and certainly there's more terrain and physical settlement to go through, which just makes the battles feel more important rather than one little hut in the middle.
Yeah, and I think it's also that it feels a bit more defensible now, but you've got the the towers there as well.
Kind of to suggest, because I think that was kind of a criticism that some of Rome 2 settlements didn't seem to have any kind of defences. Like the populace would be like, we see this big army coming and we know we're on the front lines, but we're not going to put up any palisades or anything.
No.
So you can actually see now you've got these little wooden palisades around some buildings, sectioning them off and kind of making natural entrances into the city. And where those kind of natural entrances are, you'll often find there's a watchtower as well, which can do quite a lot of damage. These are quite effective. So even though they don't have the big walls of a province capital, and why would they if they're a little outlying village, they do have these little palisades around the place. And obviously you have the new feature of Attila, these deployable barricades all over the place. Normally, though, I think something this size is probably just limited to one, so you'd have to choose quite carefully whether you want to hold there or there. Those can obviously be destroyed, but they will channel you, or if you're defending the AI, elsewhere. But this one in particular, that's going to be a slog up that hill to get to that capture point.
It's if they defend it, yeah. I've had an epic battle on this very battlefield. When the Angles, who were my client state, declared war on me while I was at war with someone else, and they attacked my garrison force, and they fought tooth and nail all the way up this thing, and slowly but surely cut me to pieces.
Right, well, I can go from multiple points. I can try and go through the lower city as well, potentially flank round any forces here. I've got enough men to split my force up a little bit. I'm going to get the Onager out the front. I'm just going to hold down spacebar though, because I can actually see that the city's watchtowers are just going to be able to hit my units there.
You can always use your archers with flaming ammunition to destroy watchtowers now.
Oh, cool.
But also remember that even an opponent that decides to sit as far into the city as possible, you can just burn the settlement to the ground.
That is my plan. I'm burning.
And it's on the green bar at the top there, you'll see, but that's a settlement damage, and as you cause more damage to the settlement, the morale and attack, defense and so on starts to slowly drop for the defenders. Nice. As they see their homes destroyed, they become very shaken by the whole experience.
Two of these just sitting back so we can hit them with the Onager for a couple of shots. And I'm going to try and go in defensively with these guys quite slowly. I'm going to put most of the Nordic band, send a contingent of these around to this flank, and we're going to push in, which is largely undefended. There is a tower, but again we can capture that if we want to. So I'm going to go along the coast here. I know they've got ships as well, so we can try and take out their reinforcements and their support there. And these guys I'm just going to put as a separate group to go into the city. Get the general up on the hill to look epic. Get some cavalry. I think we're going to put them down by the coast as well, so that they can potentially try and liberate that the lower town. Right. What's important is getting these Onagers. Pull them back so they've got a bit of height here. Should still be able to fire, I'd have thought. Let's check their range. Where is it? Let's see the outline, easiest way to follow it through. It's going up to here. It's that line there. We can get the first few buildings. Mainly I want to take out that watchtower. Early on it'll miss a little bit because it's slightly inaccurate, and I'm going to get all the buildings behind it, so let's give it a go. Instantly on quick reload, and we can see they've deployed their barricade here to stop us pushing straight through. But we can destroy it.
Their final stronghold. Be wary of
Ooh, everything's on fire.
It's great when you see the fire.
Love it. We're burning the buildings up the hill. And move
should just start setting fire.
Quite a few down here, so let's just get some easy targets. We can see these have already burnt out, and the penalties are 5% of settlement damage so far, -1 morale, attack, and defense. Right, see if we can get something there. We are under attack from the hurlers.
It's actually siege tower attacking them.
Oh, is it the tower? Yeah, it is. Oh, but now this is spreading onto other buildings. Oh, yeah, there we go. We've got a bit of fire. Yeah, it's on fire now. I'm just going to pull back a little bit. Cavalry over here.
They're bringing the spearmen to deal with your cavalry.
Yeah, Nordic levy. That's alright. Try and get to the left here. They've got their own cavalry incoming.
Advance at speed! Mountain raiders! Fearless warriors! Melee fighters!
You can see icons coming up on the units which are actually dangerous for the ones you're fighting. That cavalry charge is devastating because your units that you're using there are very light, so they don't really do that well against cavalry.
Yeah, and I've got to try and flank round because that unit of Nordic levies pushed me completely out of my cavalry.
Yeah.
Stopped me from...
You've been cut off a bit there.
I've been cut off, yeah.
This is you might eventually be able to cut down this rider unit, but yeah, your cavalry's in deep trouble.
Advance at speed! Riders! Forward! Riders, advance!
Oh, we've got cavalry coming here. I don't think we're going to have enough cav to...
This is going to be a bloody fight.
So this is happening. We're going to try and push in with the...
Oh, you've been attacked from a naval unit.
Whoa! Didn't even see that happening.
Bringing the king.
Damn marauders, yeah. Send the king in, right. Guys, in you go. Archers.
That's a pike unit and some hurlers ahead of you, so it would be a good idea to bring your archers up, attack that siege tower. The siege tower on your left there. You want to take that out with your flaming army. And then you can attack with your Nordic band. You slowly now whittle away that spear. But at heavy cost.
Yeah.
And look, while they were shooting at you with the siege tower.
Yeah, the siege tower's gone over there.
Caught fire
Oh, we've nearly captured that tower there, though. Try and bring a unit round to the flank here. Yeah.
Not good as your spear unit doesn't get, if that spear unit doesn't get broken.
Yeah, fire damage slowly increasing there. Okay, so we're getting rid of these guys here. I'm going to wait till they're completely broken and shattered.
Yeah, your general is the most powerful unit on the field, and his morale effect alone will turn the tide of a lot of fights. So he's a good unit to be constantly in the thick of the fighting. But obviously that does bring up dangers, being the faction leader and king. You can't invest quite heavily in it.
Yeah. Give a bit of a rally here from my men. Now my general's coming in.
That king is still sitting up on the
Yeah, he's still sitting up on his hill.
throne.
They've defeated me over there, but I'm now being able to pull through this area here. So at least it's helped divide some of their forces, if anything.
Get your skirmishers to annihilate those units in the centre then.
We will pierce their hearts! We'll kill them all! Close up now! Make them bleed!
Now you've got to
Climb the hill, yeah.
to the stronghold. Just
Still burning our way all the way up here. As you said, that set off a chain reaction all the way up to the top. So we can see actually it's gone to orange now.
Yeah,
33% of the settlement has been damaged. -6 morale, melee attack, defense. Oh, there we go. There's their general. They're waiting here. Tight formation. Nordic warlord.
dangerous unit.
Yeah. And I've run out of missiles on my troops. The city burns.
A lot of it is charcoal already.
Here they go, they're going for their charge.
Slowly pushing them back. And they're starting to waver. Oh, they're gone.
Cave out.
Well, what happened?
I just ended turn after claiming this lovely settlement, and I've been attacked by the King of the Angles, who had just disappeared for ages. He'd been going after the Burgundians, and now he's returned with a large army.
Ah,
And my army's a wee bit weakened.
a wee bit big. It looks like he took a bit of casualties as well. But,
Yeah.
well, you've got no choice on this one.
I have
You're
no
gonna
choice.
have to fight.
I have to fight, so...
It's king versus king.
I mean, the margin of error...
Yeah, no auto-resolving on this one.
No, it's either I'm dead, or I
you're
might...
dead.
Okay, or I'm dead. I was saying I might just have a small chance. But
No
okay,
chance
I'm
you would be
definitely...
dead.
Okay.
He's going to fight you during fog.
Oh, I've got barricade as well. Yeah, everything's still burnt from when I tore through it. So, oh, the morale...
Oh my god.
It's 63% damage.
From how much?
Because I sacked it as well.
Oh my god. So because you've sacked the settlement...
I'm screwed.
Oh dear. This is dangerous.
I am not... Look, everything's burnt.
It's
Even
your
that.
fault.
You told me to raid. They're a raiding faction. Raiding factions are good. Lionheart, yeah. I'm gonna pull back. And
You
just
even
hold.
have the. You don't even have any of the watchtowers.
No,
I
all
will.
of them. All of the watchtowers I destroyed.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
This is not gonna go well, is it? Right, onagers. I'm trying to think if there's a nice high spot. Would it be a good idea? Well, they're not
I
gonna
don't
clear
know
those
if there's
buildings,
any
are
high
they?
spot. There's.
Are they gonna be able to clear those buildings? Potentially not. Let's have them down here. No, because they're gonna be open to it.
There's plenty of high spots up here. You can put them up here. I'm sure.
Yeah, you reckon here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to clear those buildings, aren't they?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Cool. Right, I'm thinking I'm just going to defend here, like
Yeah,
and
I
there.
think that will be.
Why spread out and open myself up to more attacks?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to either channel them round this way,
Yeah.
because normally there'd be buildings here which would stop them going straight through.
Yeah,
but look, they could
I
just
think
pile
this is
on
gonna
through
be very
now.
difficult. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
right,
let's think about this.
let's-
Let's think. We've got the archers.
I have archers.
We've got spearmen. We've got your high king here. We can
This
do
is
this.
the High King that has ventured to the south.
Ready for battle!
So you've got this higher plane. So you've got plenty of places to hide your archers.
Thinking maybe 2 archers here with some
Kill them
spears and then
all!
archers there to start with.
Hold!
Yeah, you might want to put a unit that's like in front of the archers, like in front of the barricade.
In front of the barricade.
They're gonna die,
They're
but
gonna
they're
die.
gonna be at hold long enough, maybe for your archers to do a significant amount of damage.
Okay.
But don't forget they got artillery piece.
They do. Oh. Right, well, I'm going to put this unit of spears here in front. Following your suggestion.
The only thing that could go wrong is they could land artillery right on top of it.
Yeah, they could land artillery right on top, and that would really...
Also, you know what? I think the best thing to put on that barricade are the weakened units.
Yeah?
And then everything else should
Oh,
to
then
defend
put,
them.
then put these good units on it if I get the opportunity, if I can take out the
Everything should
artillery.
stay between these two wooden pillars, I think.
Put these guys behind here. And then... Let's group all these guys, so you don't leave that unit out there.
Yeah, I think
think
you're
that's
going to have to...
maybe-
Your depleted units should be the ones that
Okay,
sacrifice
let's take them.
themselves.
Right, I'm going to put these guys in kind of... I'm not going to put one in one group. They're
Yeah,
going
you
to be...
want individual things here. You can probably put 2 at the very front.
Yeah, ooh, spinning camera. Right.
Men of the North!
Let's put them behind these tree stump carvings. Wish I had these guys with like spear wall on.
They will at later levels, but
yeah, later levels,
they
but
might not even live that long.
they won't.
I think maybe stick another unit right in the middle of them as well would be a good idea.
Are you in the middle?
Gap, yeah. That's sweet.
There we go.
Group them up.
Nice. Right, they're all grouped there.
Have our spears.
Right, and then these guys are going to be reserved. We can probably tier these guys just in bits.
Men of the north.
All the way up here, so we can fall back if we need to. All the way to top. Although I'm going to leave my general actually down here to give a morale bonus early on.
Death from above.
Only because please do not hit my general by mistake.
No, they won't do that.
They will bleed.
This
for
is
us.
open here. So they'll get flanked if I'm not careful. Oh look, the civilians. Hey civilians.
They don't want to come.
You might want to run. Oh, they are running. Wait, they heard. That's so cool. Oh, here they come. Here comes the horde. Oh, archers firing. Here they come. Oh, they're going to flank me around here.
Men of the north. Trappers ready.
Could support them with spears, but then I break apart my formation, really.
It's up to you at this point.
They're pulling back a little bit. Get the spear unit down here. Just to hold for a bit. Right, yeah, we're going in and taking out that catapult. As much as I would love to see this, I need to see what's going on down here. Yeah. Oh, they've broken through at the same time.
You have our spears.
Pull this unit down just to reform that,
Protect us.
that grouping there.
Men of the north.
Ooh, all those units just went.
Yeah, they weren't going to last very long.
We'll kill them all.
The artillery's almost out of shots.
Yeah. See how my cav's doing. Yes, we got rid of their Onager.
Well, it's the mini victories that count, isn't it? It looks like your spears are going to go soon. You're going to throw the High General in. His king's coming in the fight.
Yeah, that's his general there. If we can kill him early.
General on general.
So we can play at
That'd
this
be the
game.
only way. Maybe a rush forward of all four.
Oh damn, they brought their cavalry up towards mine. I'm gonna have to go for the charge though.
The guys haven't been broken, but his have.
Nice.
They didn't
We should
expect
finish them
that.
off. Nobody expects the Lionheart charge.
Riders ready.
Right, let's get rid of these guys here.
Missile warriors.
You should bring the other spears down from the hill. If your general goes down, it doesn't matter. You need everyone in the front.
Yeah.
Might as well get the artillery crew in there as well, punching.
Punch. There we go, it's a big push.
Down the hill.
Come on, push! Against their general. We broke that unit back a bit.
Nordic band showing how great they are in combat.
Come on, Nordic band. Yeah, we lost all our cav against those guys. Sadly. Oh no, my spears are going. No, the spears are going on the flank. No. It's because their general's pulling back, so I've got to face.
Shock units.
Yeah. I'm getting pulled through. What if I try a whistling shot?
Yes, anything at this point adds some morale down.
Ready for battle.
Oh, look at those arrow shots coming right down onto that attacking force. Oh, I started to break a few of them.
Yeah. There we go, whistling shot. Push back onto their general.
Ooh, those javelins and crackers got falling themselves in.
Get morale back up again. Become flaming shot. I should learn morale a bit. Got these guys into whistling shit. That seems quite effective.
The general's starting to flee. You might kill him. You might kill him.
Yes, yes, they're going.
Charge, charge, charge.
Go. Yes! Victory!
There's an archer unit still in the corner that hasn't arrived yet. No, there they go.
Charge.
Keep charging them down and see corpses of players. So, victory, but costly one.
Costly victory, but it's still a victory.
You see your army just chasing them down. Oh, well done, I don't think you would win that one.
Thank you.
But you threw your general in at the right time and
Threw him
held the
in,
line.
kept him there, kept pushing. So,
Both sides have really been left with pretty much the same amount. You're kind of less.
yeah, still less
Can
by
probably siege
400.
you quite successfully now.
I'm just going to form up again. I've got archers. Okay, I don't have enough men to really hold them back, so this isn't going to be... I'm going to have to hire mercenaries next turn to survive.
Oh, now you've got an interesting choice here. You can kill the captives because you don't like them. You can sell them back, but you lose integrity of your
Or I
army.
can replenish.
Or you can
Yes.
recruit on some of the warriors, which
That's
is very
cool.
useful. It
So
will
these
affect
are,
your...
these are new options then? yeah,
Yes,
that we haven't
very
seen
new.
these before.
So you can ransom and release the captives, but it'll mean that the people you're fighting will like you more, but your army integrity drops slightly for it.
Yeah.
Quite a lot, actually.
So we haven't seen sort of like ransom and stuff like that since like the medieval 2 days. So these are bringing back some cool options to deal with your troops afterwards. Although I don't think we've seen replenished units before.
No, it's a
don't
very
think
new
so.
feature. It's a very useful one as well, especially if you're on the full. But
Yeah.
you do lose a lot of experience.
Because like, you used to have ransom, release, and kill. So
Yes.
yeah, the take on warriors, I like that. I'm going to go for that because I need to replenish.
Yes.
I'm not really gonna. I'm actually gonna weaken my army even further with less integrity if I try and ransom.
Yes.
It seems like there's no point killing the captives because I've got
Not yet.
158, and I can replenish my units by 14%. So that's what I'm going with.
Well, if you
So
hire some mercenaries, you've got the gold.
hire some mercenaries, you reckon?
Ready
Don't
for
abandon the
orders.
position. Oh, look at that replenishment! Boom. That's done well. Yeah, so let's hire some mercenaries. I don't need to raise it. I will stand and I will hold this land.
If you recruit some, oh look. So what's happening right now is somewhere
yeah.
in this province, some of the more nomadic factions have been coming through. So you're able to recruit them as mercenaries. So if you get some of these steppe lancers and skirmishers, you'll be able to absolutely tear apart
Let's
this
get those
barbarian
lancers,
army.
raiders, bows. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you reckon? And go for these guys as well.
Yeah, you've already got
Germanic
some
brigands.
infantry.
Actually, I'm going to go for these guys because they're mounted warbands, so they're excellent against cavalry and good speed. That's going to probably tank my economy for a turn,
I think
but
you'll survive actually.
it's okay. I'm going to get these wolf guys because I need some. Actually, I need some spears. Here we go. Oh no, they're skirmishers. Can I get any more spears? I think I've probably got
Spears.
I've got a few
out
actually.
of,
No, I've got a few.
You've got a few. So
Let's get a few more archers. Let's hire them.
try that. See, your income isn't that bad. So
It's still survive. Actually, I'm going to get the Omega as well.
lost 1,000.
I
So
like having an Omega.
I think time for some payback.
You reckon go for him?
Oh yeah.
Kill the cowards!
Oh,
Now
a night attack as well.
night attack.
Well,
I
that
think
actually weakens it.
yeah.
Oh,
Let's
I guess that takes out the garrison, which is
Yeah.
fully replenished.
let's go night attack and then attack with our nomadic guys. See what they do.
Okay, night attack. Here we go.
So this is going to be the end of the angle. You
End of the angles. My first objective that I sort of set myself at the start of this complete.
Damn right.
I haven't actually seen a night battle before in Attila, so
Set
trying to
to
see
the
what
light!
the lighting effects are like.
Damn, you got a lot of
Warriors
range in it,
eager
so you
for
can put
blood.
flaming shot on it. It'll look
This
pretty
happy
cool.
guy. Yeah, all the
Warriors
archers.
eager for blood! Do
My
as you please!
mandatory requirement for getting flaming shot going. Okay, we'll put you into. Oh, you can't. Oh yeah, loose
Loose
spacing.
formation!
We'll have the spears to defend the line. Actually, we'll include these guys as well,
Warriors
just
eager
to
for blood!
hold it, because I think we're going to play kind of defensively and just use my cavalry to push out on them. Spread a bit thin there. So. Nice.
Now, men, we go to battle
It's like how they live a
fight for
little
all we hold
torch
dear.
right in the middle.
For today, we shall defeat these sons of whores.
That's cool.
Take their land, their women, and then feast.
So if you want to keep that formation, just group everyone there, and then press G. Now move, just press forward. Keep the formation that you set in.
Yeah.
Forward!
That'll be enough for
He's
everyone.
coming forward a little bit.
They're coming forward actually, aren't they? Yeah.
Gods protect us! Warlord!
General wants to be here for the action. Oh, that looks nice.
That's very nice.
Burn. Alright, let's get the cab going. Flanks.
Oh, put flaming arrows on your horse skirmishers.
Archers are about to start firing. Archers.
All target the same unit. Annihilate it.
Nice. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Move it! Orders!
Oh, cavalry just taking out all of those archers there. They powered in pretty heavily here. Just abandon the formation there. Just throw everything in.
They almost broke through front line.
Yeah, nearly, but they're all dying now.
With their general so far away. All that flaming shot.
Yeah. Okay, archers, you can stop now.
Stop killing my own men. Oh!
Oh, Oniga. No. Stop firing.
Fire at the generals.
Yeah, do not kill my High King right now.
Killing an entire unit gets you more gold.
Yeah.
Hence why cavalry is so useful for this faction.
Right. Skirmishers onto their general.
Get your artillery fire on the general.
They've got their... So guys, just go for it. For replenish again.
I think that's always the win.
Down they go.
On the move,
Should
lads!
be the end of the angles. Potentially, unless they've got another...
Faction destroyed.
Yeah!
There we go.
Victory.
Destruction.
Sort of. Not really. Just a little bit of victory though.
One of many, I'm sure.
For the tribe!
So, managed to complete our objectives that we sort of set out by having a look at the Jutes early on. So cheers for letting me come along and have a play with the Viking Forefathers, the Jutes, the Danes and the Geats. Pretty darn good fun. It's definitely a different kind of challenge coming down from the north. And I think actually the Geats are going to be pretty good fun with that cold blood feeling they got going on.
Yeah, especially in Attila with the snow further moving down south. It's all three of them have very unique starting positions, so and with their traits it really expands on that. The Jutes straight down, you can just conquer and attack everyone. The Danes go wherever you want, use the sea as your highway, and with the Geats, use the snow as a cover for you to just keep expanding south. and very deadly forces, all three of them.
And don't forget to keep raiding.
Raiding, and
More
raiding.
raiding.
Yeah, that 75% increase for sacking, looting, and raiding is just so good, and that's what makes them. You can choose to be aggressive, and you can choose to just wait out your perfect moment. But either way, with the Vikings, you're always looking for a very aggressive campaign.
Yeah.
And you're bringing the pain.
Yes. Oh yes. Especially the angles.
Especially the angles.
Angles
the poor
are dead.
angles.
Sorry guys. But yeah, it is for. Yep. Let me have a look at the Jutes there. Definitely looking forward to let's playing with some of the Viking Forefathers on release.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to have a few of your followers being like, yeah, I think you should play this faction now. I would like to see this. So
yeah, I've actually got a faction vote going on at the moment. The Danes are winning, but perhaps this has persuaded some of you to check out the Jutes.
Oh, it's the Royal House Cards for me every time. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Ciao for now.